block out that light.
Yo, what's happening, everybody, man? We in the building. What's going on, Derek, man? You here tapped in with us early. We gonna get into a couple things tonight, man. First of all, we got to be happy that bye week is over. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate when the Vikings don't play, but we definitely gonna touch on some stuff, man, right after this. You. All right, let's get to these comments real quick, man. SKOL'd Mafia in the building.
Getting a full house.
Yeah, man. My boy in the building, man. JV in the building, man. Good game. Hey, y'all played a good game last night, JV, man. Y'all dominated last night. That's what's up. I see you, man. We got the Bears in the building, man. Y'all boy did y'all thing.
Yeah, didn't expect that.
I sure didn't. You know what I mean? I sure didn't. I ain't gonna lie. Especially once Zappy came in, I was like, yep, it's over. Them boy got the momentum. Zappy going do him dirty, but y'all held it down, man. Good game. That was a good ass game, man. My boy SKOL'd Mafia in the building, man. We got James in the building. What's happening? 1, 2, 3. Packers losing is yes, for sure, man. The Packers getting dragged. We love seeing that. Hey, we won even on our bye week, y'all. We won. Ain't that some shit? Even on the bye week, we just catching every break, man. I mean, listen, that's what we can start out with. Like, this division is ours. You feel me? Like, this, I mean, if we lose this division this year, man, it's something just ain't right. You know, like, something horrible has to happen for us to lose this division. Like, we literally got to drop like 5 games in a row.
Get the concussion spotters. Someone will pay them off.
Yeah, like I mean,
like it happened to the Lions, what happened to Miami, what happened, a bunch of teams.
Can Dave turn more towards the camera when he speaks? He said he's lip reading at work, man. Appreciate you, Toy Box Co, man.
He's lip reading at work
for sure.
Hello,
oh, my boy. Appreciate you, man.
I can't look at the camera. I just it was not my thing. So I've been look to the screen.
Yeah, man. Derek in the building, man. What's up, Mike? Mike in the building, man. Appreciate Mike tapping in with us. Don't start the night, Mike. Don't start the night. We gonna touch on some shit. Start at your own risk, because you know we like to pop it. You know what I'm saying? But
I think you can turn on subtitles, man. By the way.
Yeah.
Turn on subtitles.
Turn on subtitles, man.
I do that so I can understand rap.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I got to, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I be slurring words and shit, speaking all that that ebonics. We're speaking in bonics. Let's see, man. How y'all feeling about this? How y'all feeling about this Arizona Cardinals matchup, man? I'm so glad it's game week. We through our bye week now. We get football for the next 8 weeks? What week we on? Shoot, we get 9 weeks.
Week 8 right now, right?
Yeah. So
shit.
Let's get it.
Week 7. I need to change. I need to go change one of my thumbnails.
Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feeling, man? Are y'all worried about the Arizona Cardinals, man? Are the Cardinals anything to worry about? I don't think so. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, D-Hop, though, I did a video on that. I just feel like, D-Hop is definitely an X factor. He came back. His first game back was last Thursday against the Saints, and it showed. I mean, he had over 100 yards receiving, and Kyler Murray loves throwing a D-Hop. Like, that's just one of their things, So, Michael said, I voted for Kyler over Kirk on Dave's poll.
What's the percentage at, Michael?
Yeah, I think I did one on YouTube too, and more people are going with Kurt for sure. I think it's only like
should I tell Michael what the
mine's 81% to 19%, and that's with 37 views.
The last time I checked, it was votes. Last time I checked, it was 90-10. But let me see.
Yeah, so More people are going with Kurt. I mean, I disagree. Like, if I had to, well, like I said in my video, right? Like the way the season's going now, like if let's just say, oh, something happened, Kyler Murray's available right now, as knowing what Kirk is doing right now, I would say absolutely not. I would keep what we got. But if it was at the beginning of the season, you know what I'm saying, where it's like we don't really know what would happen. It's just like, hey, you got these two quarterbacks to pick from. Which one you're gonna go with? I mean, I'm on Kyler's side, but I mean, either way, I'm happy with our situation. Like, I didn't want to do the video to shed any negative light on our quarterback and even complain about what Kirk's doing because he's having a like really low season compared to what he does, but we're winning though. So that just says a lot. As long as we winning, I don't give a damn. Shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
right
it.
now I got 87-13 on the poll. On who would you want to have QB for the Vikings right now for one season, 2022?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's shout out these sponsors real quick, man. We got Renali's Pizza in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out. Renali's Pizza if y'all hungry, pizza and pasta, okay? And then Justin Day, man, shout out him. He always be, high on their damn cheese bread. So if y'all like cheese bread, go rock with that as well. Then we got Nautical Bowls. If y'all want to get on a healthy kick, make sure y'all go check out Nautical Bowls. All right, y'all get on that healthy kick. That's where I'm gonna pull up at. But yeah, man. Shout out the sponsors. They make this shit happen.
Cheese bread today is brought to you by Justin Day.
Yeah, there you go. Cheese bread brought to you by Justin Day, man. But yeah, let's see what we got on the comments, man. Let's see.
Too depressed to hope is here.
What's up? What's up? Too evil to hope. Too evil to hope, man. I shouted you out on my last video too about Kirk and Kyler, man. I said your name in the video. You should go watch it.
If I want to feel depressed, I go to my comment section to look for Too Evil to Hope.
You're gonna love that video, Too Evil to Hope. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he said Kirk. He still spelled it Kirk. It's Kirk too. Too Evil to Hope. It's Kirk, like Kirk, Captain Kirk.
He's doing it on purpose.
I like Kurt Warner.
He's doing it on purpose.
It's a solid tier 3, maybe tier 4 quarterback. Yeah. JV said I'd have to choose Kirk over Kyler. Okay. All right. James said because Kirk off that perk. That boy's stupid. Let's see what Mike said, man.
Thank you, Too Evil to Hope.
Like I said, hey, everyone is entitled to their opinion, but if you put Kyler with KOC, things would be on another level, in my opinion. Yeah, I have to agree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, Kyler is more talented. I mean, that's just the facts. But I think it's a perfect marriage though with Kirk and Kevin O'Connell too. So that's why it would be kind of hard to move off of him if the opportunity was to come around, which it won't. But I'm just saying, like, it's just a hypothetical thing. But I mean, it would be kind of hard. Like, I don't know, man. This year right here. Now, maybe if it was Mike Zimmer still as the coach, then that was one thing. But I think KOC and Kurt got a bromance going on that's working. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely giving him confidence. His swag is different now. The team is rallying behind him now. Like, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I keep hearing everybody. Well, a lot of people who've shifted to I like this version of Kirk. This is the Kirk I want, and it's all because they're 5-1. I would want last year's Kirk with this year's offensive line and this year's defense. I want last year's Kirk, the one that because we're like second or third to last, and passes of 20 plus. We're like we're bottom third of yards per attempt. We're not throwing the ball downfield. I chalk it up to a lot of conservative play calling, and I think Kevin O'Connell's admitted to it, and I know it's been hinted at by Kirk Cousins. Just seeing him frustrated coming off the Miami game, and there's been a lot of, and I think even Mackey is talking about how conservative play calling KOC, it's been unexpected how conservative he is. So I think hopefully coming out of this bye week, we get a less conservative KOC. We start throwing the ball downfield because that's where Kirk, I think, successful. And Mackey was talking about two 2 receiver routes, and it's something we can't have. We can't have max protection and 2 receiver routes all day long. That's like like we were doing a lot in Miami. So yeah, I think we'll come out of this break and we'll get last year's Kirk, pair him with this year's offensive line and this year's defense, and we'll earn that 5-1 record.
Man, I say, look here, we 5-1, man. Long if it ain't broke, fuck it. Don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we need is Kurt to start trying to launch it downfield and throwing interceptions and shit. Like, I don't want that.
Which
I
he
ain't gonna lie.
didn't do last year and the year before. So
Yeah, but this ain't last year though. Shit,
yeah,
look
well,
at Aaron
this year
Rodgers.
he threw
Aaron Rodgers won MVP last year. Shit, I don't mean shit.
throwing 3 picks. I think he only had 3 all year.
Yeah, hey, look, I like how we playing. Like, now I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I do kind of want to blow some teams out, but hey, as long as we winning, man, like shit. At the end of the games, we're tough to beat. Like we're doing what we supposed
We
to do.
had like what 230, 260 yards against Miami and 10 3 and outs. You want that to continue?
No, but every game's been different though.
No,
every
right?
game's been different.
Yeah, you don't want that, right?
Every game's been different, man. I mean, a W is a W, though.
What happened to I want to see us throw the ball and take chances? What would happen to that rap?
I mean, I did until I realized we 5-1. It's like shit, we 5-1. Fuck it. I like because right now Kirk is like a game manager type quarterback. Like that's how he's playing, and I think that's where he's best at. If you ask me, like I think him being a game manager type quarterback is best for him. Like I mean, I know some people don't want to hear that because they want to see Kirk explode and shit, but I think he's good being a game man because he can make those throws. Like there's no throw too hard for him to make as a game manager type quarterback, and he's doing
that'd be fine if we were running the ball.
Well,
like if we were dominating the run game, but we're not doing that either. We're one of the lowest attempts at running back too.
He playing just like Case Keenum.
Who is? They play nothing alike.
He playing like Case. Yeah, Case was a little better. You're right. At 2017, he was a little better than him this year. He was a little better than him. You could say.
Offense. I mean, stats wise are the same, but they play completely different.
Let me see. Let me make sure I got these comments, man. Let me get y'all in there. James said, appreciate everybody tapped in too, man. We got 12 people in the building. I'll make sure I hit that like button. He said, I have us losing to Buffalo, Dallas, and the Pats. I don't got us losing to the Pats. I ain't gonna lie. Nah,
too
Buffalo
evil to hope.
And Dallas. Nah,
too evil to hope. What has been complex about this offense so far? Not much. Not much. It's not. Nobody's talking about how crazy innovative this offense is right now. So no, it's not that. It's the conservative play calling, lack of crossing routes. Just there's no crossing routes. It was crazy how we on like maybe 2 games that we had more than one, where Justin Jefferson's crossing the entire field.
Shout out Anthony in the building, man.
It's conservative play calling right now, I think.
Hopefully we don't start getting too comfortable and we can keep the pedal to the metal and keep stacking more wins. Exactly, Anthony. That's how I'm feeling.
I feel like we have the
that's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to change too much. You know what I mean? Now I do it. The only thing I fear is coming out of the bye week slow. You know what I mean? Coming out of the bye week lackadaisical. I don't want to do that. Like if we can come out the bye week and like I expect like a Green Bay, season opener type thing coming out of the bye week. Like I expect the ball to be flying to JJ, him having a crazy game at home. That's what I expect. That's what I expect. You know what I'm saying? I think the Cardinals will put up more points, though. But
Anthony's beating us to the punch.
I think we winning against the Cardinals 33 Hey, let's get it. Let's get it.
We usually do that at the end of the show, but
my boy Knowledge in the building, man. What's happening, Knowledge?
How I'm describing it, we got our foot on the gas, but we got a handbrake up. That's the way I feel about our offense right now.
Yeah.
Defense is doing what he wants it to do, causing turnovers, not giving up points, but giving up more like top 5 in yards. That's we gotta tone that down a little bit. We can be a bend but don't break defense, but there is a point where maybe it's just a lot of luck right now.
Yeah.
But the turnovers, that's being coached. So I give Don Till credit, but the offense right now, I know people want, oh, I want this great version of Kirk Cousins. No, man, I want the handbrake down. We can be an elite offense. Right now we are like 13th in points scored per game, but that's where we were last year. What happened last year? We didn't go anywhere. And I think we're giving more yards up on defense than we did last year, just not points. So
What's happening, Colton, man? Purple gang member in the building, man. Let's go. Let's see. What Too Evil to Hope say? He said, I just can't understand why Kurt has regressed with a better offensive line. I just can't understand why Kurt has regressed with a better offensive line. Yeah. I mean, it can be play calling, Too Evil to Hope, you know, it could be play calling. It can be a lot of factors, you know. I mean, it could be just a lot of factors.
this is a perfect example. We all know Too Evil to Hope's a Kirk hater. He would be the guy that would be complaining about we're not winning enough. And now this year it's Kirk's not, padding his stats enough. So it's like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
And that makes a lot of sense too, though. Too Evil to Hope is that we're actually like winning games for the most part. Like we're in games, like winning them, or we're either just in them. You know what I mean? We're not like games aren't where we're getting already beat by 17 points or something in the fourth quarter or something like that, where Kurt is stacking up his stats, though,
That
padding his
wasn't
stats.
happening last year, though.
But
That
you know,
wasn't happening.
a lot of quarterbacks do get fluff up their stat. It ain't just Kurt. Like when you get in drag like that, you know what I mean? Like these games are close now, so you know we doing what we doing, man. We winning.
We're
Shit, I
starting
ain't
out
gonna lie.
slow in the first quarter, and we're starting out slow in the second quarter. The only game we didn't was the Bears game. 'Cause I don't think we did score. Did we score on the first drive of the Packers game?
Yeah, we went right down and scored.
Hey, the one time, and then yeah, did we? All right, that in the Packers game. Other than that, we're 3 points a game in the first quarter, and we're 1 point a game in the third quarter. That's got to change,
Yeah,
and I think individual. It's almost like we're great, and apparently we're like 1 or 2 in points scored in the last 4 minutes of the half and the last 4 minutes of the game.
right.
So, and this is coming from I'm stealing this from Purple Daily. They were talking about this several times now, but first and third quarter we're just not doing it, and I think that's preparation. I think that's having that script. These are the
Yeah,
plays that are going to get us that drive.
right, right.
So I think first and third quarter, and that I'm going to do a video, and that's where it's one of the things like how to SKOL'd to the bowl, how to get to the Super Bowl with this team, and that's one thing I'm going to talk about is we can't be flat in the first quarter and third quarter every game like we have.
Yeah, and keep Kurt right there as a game manager. That's how we scored to the fucking bowl. Keep Kurt as a game manager, man. He a game manager type quarterback.
Which is
I'm
exactly the
liking this Kurt.
opposite. Which is exactly the opposite of what you've talked about. Like we need Kirk to be more aggressive.
I mean, I was saying that at the beginning before the season start, but I ain't say that as the season started. No shit. Hey, the season is reading like
you,
the
you
book
think we
is
can win a
writing
Super Bowl
itself.
right now with this team, the way it's playing?
I think so. I think so.
With the way it's playing right now.
Yeah, you want, and this is why I say this. This is why I say this, right? If we win the next 2 games, we're gonna be in the Super Bowl conversation. They will start saying we're Super Bowl, and this is why. It's not because we're playing at a level that we're not happy with the level we're playing, because we as fans, we feel like, yeah, our potential is higher, and it is with the talent we have. I agree with you on that, but I think it's the landscape of the league this year. Like the landscape is like, oh, like listen, these teams are shitty, bro. Like look at the NFC. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be no reason. Now we do have the Eagles, you know what I mean? But other than the Eagles, it's like, yo, there's nobody even close to us. I mean, and all the 3 teams that are behind us are the teams in the East, NFC East, which is the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Eagles. I'm not worried about any of them. I think if we rematch the Eagles, it'll be a different outcome. You know, it's still be a tough game, but I think it'll be a different outcome for sure. But I'm not worried about the Dallas Cowboys. I think we're gonna smash the Cowboys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not worried about the Cowboys.
You think we're better? You think we're better?
I think the
than
Giants are
right
going to be yeah, I do. I think the Giants are going to be a tougher matchup than the Cowboys. I do. You know, the Cowboys offense isn't that good. They really don't have receivers that are balling out like that. I think we can slow them down. I mean, Dak Prescott is Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? He's not elite in my book. You know what I mean? But he can win a game, but he's not elite to me. Their defense is really good, but I think we can run the ball on them pretty good. Micah Parsons is like, I mean, he's a game wrecker, but we gotta see what injuries come around before we play Dallas. Things happen. I mean, we just been getting breaks. You feel me? So, I mean, look, if we had to play a Super Bowl tomorrow, let's just say against the Chiefs, do I think we would beat the Chiefs? Like right now, my confidence would probably be no. You know what I mean? Playing the Chiefs, but when we get to that time of the season, we just got to see. You know what I mean? Like I'm confident in our team right now. We're 5-1 for a reason. Is pretty much what I want to say though. Like it's not a. I don't think it's a fluke that we're 5-1. So I mean, you think about it, we lost to the only undefeated team. So it would be different. It would be different if the Eagles were 1-5 and we're their only win. It's like, oh shit, we kind of fell on our face. Like that's not a good sign. But we lost to the team that's
what
undefeated.
happened? The criticism of this team, or a lot of times specifically Kirk Cousins, can't beat a winning team.
Yeah.
Name the winning team that we've beaten so far.
Yeah, we haven't really beaten no winning teams yet, but I mean, shit, it is what it is. We can't make the schedule. We can't control the schedule. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I'm
playing who's in front
trying
of
to
us.
I'm trying to be realistic where we're at. We barely beat for the games we played. We barely won those games against team with losing records, and we only can score 1 point on it.
But you know what, Dave?
In the third quarter.
You know what, Dave? Though, look at this though, and the NFC. Look how many teams have losing records though. It's almost like the whole fucking NFC, other than us, the Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, then the Giants, bro. Every other team is under 500. I mean, that's why.
And the
Every
one
team's
team,
under 500.
and you named a team that crushed us. Like,
yeah, the
embarrassingly
Eagles.
crushed us.
Yeah, like I said,
we
like
would have to face on the road again.
Right.
If we made the playoffs.
Right. I mean, I feel that. I agree with you on that. Like, we definitely would have to play a different ball game against the Eagles. You feel me? Like, we can't play like we playing right now and beat the Eagles. You know
Which is exactly what I'm saying. We cannot be playing like we are right now. We are not a team that I think is going to beat the Cowboys. Go in.
I think we could beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, sure. We can beat the Cowboys. Are we going to be favored at home against the Cowboys? I don't think we're going to be favored.
I think we will, man. I think we'll be favored against the Cowboys. Like, honestly, the Cowboys ain't all that, man. They really not. Like, them boys ain't all that. The Cowboys are not all that.
People are talking about them having an elite defense. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, their defense is pretty good this year with Diggs and Micah Parsons, but like I said, like if we were having to play them this Sunday, it would be a different conversation. But we gotta wait until we play it because we play them week 12 or something, I think.
If we come out of this break and handle the Cardinals like no problem, I would say yeah, we're ready. Because what happened is that our interior line stopped being confused. It was like two ballerinas spinning around in our center and right guard this last game, mainly our right guard. And then, then I would say we're stopped playing conservative. You're talking about Kirk Cousins being a game manager. No. We need him throwing. We need to run the ball more effectively.
Yeah.
We were 1 to 2 yards per carry until Cook broke off that 53-yarder. So I mean, we need to be more effective all around on offense.
Right.
We're running less than almost anybody in the league. We're throwing the ball less downfield than anybody in the league. You could consider us one of the most conservative offenses in the league right now.
But my thing is this, though.
With all these weapons.
All right. If you're saying all of this about us, right? You're pretty much saying that we're a bad football team, right? And we're 5-1, but we're not a good football team.
No, we're a good football team. Why are we a good football team? Because our special teams. And this is again from Purple Daily.
Fuck Purple Daily. Quit taking Purple Daily shit. I want to hear what you got to say.
This is stats I'm taking from Purple Daily because they're real. Because they have the energy and they can pay for this. I can't. All right, I can't pay for these stats, and we are giving up the least or we are giving up the best field position to the other team,
Yeah.
meaning favorably to us, and we're
Right.
getting the best field position. Why? Because our special teams is elite. We're scoring 13th in the league, not because we're driving 80 yards. It's because we are getting the ball closer to the end zone than any other team in the league.
Okay.
So thank God for the special teams, and
Okay.
we are not turning the ball over except for Philly,
Okay.
and we're getting turnovers. Thank God.
Sounds like a winning formula to me. Sounds like a winning formula to me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
let's
Like,
just keep that up, guys. That will happen every game the rest of the year, and then especially in the playoffs on the road. No, man, it's unsustainable. It's unsustainable. We are not going to be the team. We're gonna have a bad special teams day. It's already have happened, right? And we almost
yeah.
lost that game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a bad special teams game. We're
Yeah,
gonna
that's true.
have a high turnover game.
We
It's
actually
already
had one.
happened.
What do I think we had a bad special teams game one
Yeah,
game?
in London, and we had a
Yeah.
bad we
Yeah.
had a bad turnover game against Philly.
I mean, look, I understand what you're saying, right? I understand that you're saying, look, we're not playing at the top of our potential. I get that. You know what I mean? Like I agree. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, hold on, Colton. Yeah, I did say that, but I rock with Purple Daily though, man. They're my boys. For sure. I actually was on that show, man. So I rock with them. I was just telling Dave F that because I want to hear what he got to say and not what Purple Daily got to say. That's
You're
all.
opposed to hearing real stats. I mean, those are
Yeah.
real stats, and
Yeah, I
those
don't
are
want to hear
reasons
that
why we're
bullshit. I
winning.
want to hear what you think.
I've never taken the same
I know.
take as Purple Daily,
like
but I will.
Justin Day and them, like Justin Day and them's motto. They want to see a Super Bowl before they die.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
won't hear
man,
me saying that, but you will hear me
even though I
take
do
it.
want to though. I
You
do
will
want
be hearing me actually give someone credit for what they've said. And
man,
when
I
I
got
hear
good credit, man. My credit like 850. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
listen to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, we 5-1.
I can
You
use a
hear me?
cosign. I can use a
I got
cosign
you,
or
man.
whatever.
You know I'll co-sign for you, man. Nah, but you know, like, hey, for real, like, I mean, I feel what you're saying. I totally agree. So everybody in the chat, me and Dave aren't arguing right now. This isn't one of our arguments because I actually agree with what he's saying. I see what he wants. I understand it too. I'm just soaking in the fact that we 5-1. I'm not trying to think about none of the other bullshit. Until we lose, y'all gonna see me flip out. Like until we
And
get demolished, then I'll
you
talk
read
my
my
shit.
text to you. If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up. We're
Exactly.
5-1, and the Packers are
I
shit.
put it like this. If we got to win every single game, and the reason why I feel a lot more now, if this was last year, it would be a little different because a lot of the teams, you know, a lot of the teams last year were a lot better at this point in the season. They were, you know what I mean? Like they were better at this point in the season, and it just would have looked like, okay, we're 5-1, but we ain't playing nobody yet. Kind of like a prime example is what the Steelers did 2 years ago. They went 11-0, and then when they finally started playing teams at the end of their schedule, they lost 5 in a row. I could see something like that happening with us. You know what I mean? As far as if we don't step up our game, so I do agree. But I mean, I just look at the landscape of the league this year, man. It's like a lot of teams are trash. A lot of them are trash. You know what I mean? There's a lot of I mean, I don't know what happened. Like this year is just a little different, man. It's a little weird. Every season just has its own little twist to it. And I think this season, I mean, it's just a weird twist with teams that aren't good as we expected. I mean, there's a lot of teams we can name that people thought were going to be good and they're not. You know what I mean? They're garbage. You feel me? And it's our
But
time to shine now.
we're also seeing teams that we thought were going to be crap, like Giants.
Yeah, like the Giants, the
We were
Jets.
no way, the Jets. We're playing both those teams, and we're
Playing both
playing
New York teams. I have
and
us losing to one of them. I think we would lose to one of them before Dallas. You know, I think we're gonna get revenge on
I
Dallas
was
and we'll
debating
stomp
on
them.
whether to call the Dallas or the Giants game, but I felt like the Dallas was a better
I
team.
think
So
Saquon Barkley would fucking thrash us more than anybody on Dallas. I'm sorry. I think as Dallas defense is good, you know, but I think we can get around that with having our weapons if we use them right. If Kurt's in his zone and it's not prime time and he's playing his game, we can beat Dallas's defense. They're not that good. You know what I mean? They're good, but
I do want to mark the day, maybe make a monument of the day. This is
yeah,
the day that Dave says Kirk Cousins should play better.
yeah.
And Rap says, "No, just keep it up.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah,
change a
yeah.
thing.
Keep playing how you playing, Kirk. Keep
You
playing how
know,
you playing.
have your worst statistical year, since
Exactly.
2019."
Exactly. Because we
Just
5-1. It just shows that Kirk, we don't need you to be what you not. All right. Like all that full 1,000-yard bullshit. You don't have to be that for us to win, man. We actually got a
we
team
needed it
now.
last year.
We got a team now. Now you can just sit back, wear your chains on the plane. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. Throw a couple little touchdowns a game, little 1 or 2 touchdowns a game. Make that one clutch throw, which every quarterback can't do, and he can do it. So that's what's good. Save that throw for the end of the game when we need you. And he's been doing that. And for that, I respect and love Kirk right now. That's why I'm riding with him, because we're winning. If we were 1-5, it would be a whole different conversation right now. I would be dragging that boy through the mud. You hear me? But we're not. So, like, that's the type of fan I am. As long as we're getting results, I don't care if he's already thrown 15 interceptions and only has 2 touchdowns and only been throwing 50 yards a game. If we're 5-1, hey, something's working, and I'm one of those people that don't fix it if it ain't broke.
I was watching NFL Network because Vikings were at their studio, and one of the guys made a good point. If Waddle doesn't fumble, was it going to be a different game?
Yeah.
And they were driving at will, man. They were driving at will. Do you think do we beat the double doink? Do we beat them in overtime? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Colton says, obviously we're a good team. We're 5-1. Yeah, because of all those things I mentioned, because the field position, our special teams, our offensive lines improved. We're protecting. We're not turning the ball over. Yeah, good teams do that. You can be good. I mean, Baltimore Ravens won a Super Bowl, but with an elite defense. Their offense didn't move the ball very well.
Yeah.
I mean,
but look, say the same thing I think it's this, though,
Seattle sometimes.
But it's this. I think we have certain key players in every single form of the field, whether that's special teams, defense, offense, right? So we just pretty much have playmaker. Like, yeah, we could say if Waddle wouldn't have fumbled, but guess what? He did. Why? Because our Hall of Famer, Harrison Smith, laid the lick on him. So, like, why?
Go look at that video. Did he lay a lick on him?
Hey, he did something. He made him fumble. He made him fumble.
It was crazy. I can't believe he fumbled. He was holding it like a loaf of bread.
It don't matter, though. It don't matter.
It's an egg. I'm holding it like an egg.
Playmakers make plays, and he did that. Playmakers make plays.
Yeah, thank God he got that one finger on the ball to knock out of Waddle's hands. I don't know what Waddle was doing, man.
It don't matter. And then look what happened. Handed off to Dalvin, and he sticks his foot in the ground and takes off. I mean, that's a team, bro. Like,
no doubt, and it could be so much better. Would you take 98? I have said this, and I'll say it over again. This is the best personnel we've had since 1998.
Yeah, we got a squad, man.
This is the best talent we've had since 98.
We got a squad. It is
not the highest scoring team. It's not the best defensive team. Not even close since 98.
Yeah.
In 98, we had an okay defense. We had a pretty good defense. But we've had better defenses than this, and we've had a lot better offenses than this. But we've not had better personnel than this since 1998 on both sides of the ball. With all the weapons we have, we don't need to be 98. We just need to be better than this, because there's going to be a game where our defense gives up 30. And we're going to have to score.
Kirk is 5th in MVP odds, SK, for sure. Damn, that's high if so. I ain't going to lie, boy. My wish might come true. My wish might come true. You know what I'm saying? But look, like, I just look at it like, man, I ain't gonna lie, like, and when me and you fuss about Kirk Cousins, we fuss about wins, right? Because that's where my stance is. My stance is, you bring up all his stats and you compare him to our future, our past quarterbacks, and say, well, he has more yards, he has more touchdowns, he has all this, that, and the third, personal stats. And I always say, well, I don't give a fuck. We ain't win nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't win nothing. So I like how he's playing now. That's why I like how he's playing
total
now.
Yards. I haven't talked about total yards. I haven't talked about touchdowns. I've talked about actual chunk plays.
Well,
that matter that matter
I
in the
know
NFL.
you compare they do matter, but nothing matters more than wins. That's what it all boils down to. And every single player in the NFL will tell you that. You know, the only thing, even Kurt said that, only
You
thing
wanted
that
to get
matters
rid of
is
him.
wins.
You wanted to get rid of
You
him
don't give a
after
damn.
2019.
Listen, look at how much fun he's having this year, like on the plane. Look at his
Are we
vibe
better
and
than
just look at everything.
2019 right now?
Nah, I don't think
No.
we're better in 2019. Our
We
defense oh no,
was ranked.
2019. I mean, I feel like we might be in the same boat as 2019, honestly.
And what did you want to do after 2019?
What? I ain't never said you ain't never hear me say nothing after
About
2019.
you didn't want to get rid of Kirk after 2019.
I probably did. I mean, I want to get rid
Yeah,
of Kurt right
exactly.
now.
That's
I'll
what
get
I'm
rid of him
saying.
right
We are
now
no
for
better
the
than
right price.
we are no better than were in
Listen,
2019.
even right now, for the right price, I'll get rid of Kurt. I'm just keep it real. I'm just one of those guys who will move on. I'm a risk taker, bro. I like to invest in shit. I'm gonna invest in something that I feel like could be better. If something I feel like something gives me a better return in my investment, I'm moving. I'm moving off of it. You feel me? So Kurt is somebody where I feel like you don't really have to do too much to get a return.
I know you, and you said it already. You almost that we need to play better.
Yeah, we do need to play better.
We need to
I
play
agree with you.
better.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, is it? I don't know if it's that we do need to play better more than I feel like I know we can play better though. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we can play better in these games that we're only winning by 4 points and 5 points. Yeah, we should be winning these by 2 touchdowns. But at the end of the day, if we're winning, it just shows like at the end of the game, mentally our team is ready. And when you're in the NFL, a lot of games are going to come down to the last possession. I mean, that's just how the NFL works. It don't matter if you look at the math of the NFL history from the 2000s on, it just proves that games are usually, that's why Vegas always is in a 5-point, 3-point, 4-point spread, because they know NFL, that's just usually how games go. And and we're coming out on the winning side of them. So actually we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. It's not looking the best, but we ain't gonna blow out every team. And I mean, that's just realistic. It ain't gonna happen.
For me, I look at two games where I think we played fairly well offensively.
Yeah.
Packers Lions, and 2 games where we played decently defensively. Packers Miami.
Yeah.
In Miami, it was only we gave up those yards because the fact that had so many possessions. They had 14 possessions.
Right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have got, and we did make plays in that and cause turnovers. So I'm giving that game as a good defensive game. Those are the two games. Packers, and only one of them did they play good together. The Packers game.
Yeah, the Packers game was a complete game. Yeah.
So that was the only complete game.
But that's the game I'm expecting out of them. Coming out of the bye, I'm expecting a.
That's
Packers
what I'm hoping.
game.
And my faith, and I've done videos of self-scouting on offense, self-scouting on defense. I'm about to do what we need to,
I mean, this is a good question though for SK though. I mean, SK said it. I mean, like, what do we all consider a successful season? You know what I mean? Like how many wins?
We talked about that beginning of the year.
Yeah, like how many wins? What do we got to do? See, and I said me is at least go to the playoffs and win it one game. Realistically, I want to go to a Super Bowl and win, but realistically, I feel like with Kevin O'Connell, we win more than 10 games. So as long as it's double-digit games, whether that's 10, 11, or 12, or 13, or 14, or 15, right? But we need to win double-digit games and go to the playoffs and win a game. And then if we lose in the championship game, it is what it is. It gives us something to build off of and shows like, okay, all right, we got something going here, I think now, and we can let Kwesi and everybody tackle the draft and bring us some more pieces, make some trades in the offseason and get us there. But, other than that, it ain't going to be successful for me. But that's why I'm happy right now where we're at, because we're 5-1. The chances of us winning 10 games is very high. All right, we're going to win 10 games, guys. I mean, that's just a fact. We're winning 10 games. I mean, if you just add the Lions again, the Packers again, the Bears might be our toughest game again, and that's the last game of the season. I think, right? I think we played the Bears the last game of the season, but the Packers look horrible.
Packers and Bears last 2 games of the season.
I'm sorry, man. The Packers look bad, man. They do. They're horrible, man. I mean, we just got to call it for what it. Call a spade, bro. I know we used to the Packers winning 13 games a season, but call it for what it is, man. Them boys trash, man. They trash, bro. They trash. Ain't no fixing that. I know, this ain't the relax season. Like I heard that off Purple Daily. This ain't the relax season, man. This is fuck it. The ship is sunk. You know what I'm saying? It's over. It's over.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers took a 9-17 to the Super Bowl. That was 1 inch from,
Yeah.
losing a game against us because
Yeah.
our guy stepped out his pinky toe hit the end line, and we didn't beat the Packers that game, and they went
Yeah.
to the playoffs. 19 guys on the DL and won the Super Bowl. I do not count the Packers out ever, but
I'm counting them out. I'm counting them out. Fuck it. I think they trash. I ain't
thought
gonna lie.
I counted the Cowboys out. They're freaking proving me wrong.
Yeah. Now I always count the Cowboys in for the season, but the playoffs, oh, we ain't gotta worry about that. But I wish we would play the Cowboy. That would be the ideal thing to do, would be to play the Cowboys.
We're talking about the same Cowboys that beat us last year with Cooper Rush, right?
Yeah. Like the Cowboys historically in the playoffs are trash. You gotta look at the history, man. So for some reason they'll have a hell of a season, but boy, once they make the playoffs, that would be ideal. Is for us to play the Cowboys.
That's one of my favorite memories, is beating the Cowboys and having the public address announcer play "Don't let your sons grow up to be Cowboys" on the public.
I mean,
address
look, I look at it like
awesome.
this. I actually tapped into that game with them and the Lions, and the game was actually closer than it looked, y'all. I know the Cowboys beat them. It looked like it was bad if you didn't watch the game and you just looked at the final score. But nah, the Lions are the Lions. I told y'all that, right? I feel that way since the beginning. I told y'all.
Well, they lost St. Brown earlier, right?
I know Dave and Mike and some other people were saying, "Oh, the Lions are going to be fighting for the 7th." Stop it. Okay, listen.
You had
played.
The second team in the NFC. So,
man, I had them that, and I changed that shit quick.
The Packers.
I changed that shit quick.
NFC. I had them third in the NFC. So don't talk to me about, oh, Dave thought this.
Oh no, but y'all were screaming that.
That they would fight for the 7th seed.
And then week 2, I was like, yeah. You don't remember saying that?
Because you change your mind on a dime, man.
Hey, look, I let the book be written, and I'm gonna change my mind, man. The Lions are the Lions. It's like the Lions are a team where it's like
you have your predictions written on flip flops, so you can just flip them over.
Exactly. I'm like, listen, I'm one of those guys where like I want the Lions to just be good so bad. Like I just want them to be good for 1 year, man. I just feel so bad for their fans and shit. It's like, damn, I want the Lions to be good. But then the other part of me is like, man, fuck, the Lions are just the Lions, man. I'm sorry. Eventually they're gonna have to hit, man. I mean, they just have to. I mean, can we just say that? Like, god damn. Like, imagine being Lions fans talking every week in and week out about a loss. That would be draining. That would be draining, bro, being a Lions fan. I couldn't do it.
I think God and the refs both hate the Lions.
Yeah, man. Something is going up with the NFL and the Lions. Like, literally, if I was the owner of the Lions, I would be looking for a new city to relocate. I'm trying to start fresh. I'm like, fuck it. Find me somewhere to go. We about to build a stadium.
Change your colors, change your team logo. I don't know. Do something, change something.
There's something. There's just something going on.
Cursed. Yeah. You're absolutely cursed.
There's something going on, man. But shout out the Lions, man. The NFC North. Don't worry, Lions, man. We're gonna hold it down for y'all, though. You feel me? Because once we get in the playoffs, man, we represent for the whole NFC North. So don't worry. We got y'all this year, man. I told y'all it's purple season, man. But yeah, like I see us. I mean, I understand what you're saying at the beginning of the show. Like, I want to see us play better too. Obviously, I want to see us blow out a team, but we didn't do that yet. Well, I guess the Packers you can consider a blowout, and I think this Cardinal game can lead to that too. If we come out fast like we did, if
we look good, both sides of the ball or all 3 phases of football, I will feel like, yeah, we withstood the storm of being having a new coach, a new offense, a new defense, and now we've self-scouted and we came out and we made the adjustments and we look awesome. Could be a close game. I don't care. As long as we look good on all 3 phases of the ball, and we just didn't luck out to win, or we didn't have to rely on a turnover at the last second to save a game for us. Like the Bears were driving, the Miami Dolphins were driving. We had a double doink, all these things. I want us to have that game in control, you know, with a 4-minute drill, us running out the clock, and we played good with all three phases of the game. So, that's the way I feel. I love the way we beat
Yeah, but
Miami.
you got to also
We didn't
remember
do
that's
any.
rare. That's rare for any NFL team to do that
It's
every week in
completely
and week
rare.
out.
It's only happened once for us in 6 games. Yes,
Yeah.
it's rare for us right now.
It's rare for a lot of teams is what I'm saying. It's rare. That's
Yeah.
rare for a lot of teams to
Is
do
it
week
rare
in and
for
week out.
championship teams? Hey, let me answer SK's question, because I didn't get a chance to answer it. What would I consider a successful season?
Oh yeah.
Up front, I said next year was, I think, our that was going to be a peak year for us, roster wise. Second year in the offense and defense. But right now, being at 5-1, looking at our schedule, if we don't go to the NFC title game, that's where I think we're good enough to win the NFC title game and win the Super Bowl. No, not right now. I think we could make a couple of changes, or we could rely on Philly to have some injuries, which we can't rely on, right? So I think 12-5, or it could be any record right now.
You telling me Kirk Cousins can't beat Jalen Hurts? Let me stop, man. Go ahead.
On the road in Philly?
Yeah.
Have we seen that story before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we lost, got crushed in Philly.
Yeah,
and so did every other team so far. So no, I cannot rely on that to happen. So I would say a successful season would be us going to the NFC title game, because we would be the second seed, because fortunately for us, Dallas and the Giants are both in the NFC East. We're 2 games up on everybody else. Right. So yes, for us to go, we need to win every game at home in the playoffs. That's what I would consider a successful season right now. Was it me before the season? I was gonna, make the playoffs, win the division. That's what I thought, that win the division was my successful season. Now it's NFC title game.
Yeah, man, fuck it. I'm going all the way to Super Bowl, man. Fuck that. I'm changing my answer.
All the way,
man.
and
Super
winning?
Bowl. Super Bowl and winning. Fuck it. If we don't win the Super Bowl, I'm mad as hell. I'm mad as hell if we don't win the Super Bowl. I'm going Super Bowl, man. Drop a SKOL'd in the chat if y'all going Super Bowl with the boy, man. We're going Super Bowl this year, man.
To yield the hope, why would I consider the draft a complete bust?
What's up, Father, man? Appreciate you tapping in with us tonight, man. For sure.
Evans looked good when he played. And our right, we have a starting right guard that looks like he's going to be very, very good eventually. And the other two guys,
the Eagles didn't score in the second half. Yeah, state that, Dave. Yeah, state that. You ain't state that. You ain't state that. Man, SKOL'd to the bowl, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. We going to the Super Bowl this year, man. Fuck it. Hey, we win 2 games in a row. They're going to be talking about us. You know
Rab, what'd you say about us in the second half against the Eagles? What do you think the Eagles could have did to us?
What, in the second half?
Yeah, the second half. What were you talking about?
They probably could have put their foots on our neck and really made us look really.
There you go, Skol Mafia, from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, they probably could have Skol Mafia though, dead ass. They probably could have. We didn't let them score, but it's because they didn't have to. Honestly, they had the game. They had us by the balls. They really did. They were like, bro, these motherfuckers ain't scoring on us, man. Let's just go ahead, run it 3 times in a row, punt the ball, fuck it.
Yeah, we didn't score in the second half, but I wasn't confident that if we were a tie ball game, if we were to would have been able to shut them out in the second half. How many times?
You know what it is? Like, they just have the perfect offense running around with Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is just he's elite, man. He's really getting into that elite conversation, man. He really is. Like,
and honestly,
he's turning into that boy.
I think everybody would look internally and think that we're not I mean, it's been said. I haven't said because I don't believe that's true. That we're the worst 5-1 team in NFL history. I don't believe in that. I think we're a good team.
Yeah.
I think we have a great roster. We
Yeah.
need to be reach our capability. If that is a crime, I'm freaking guilty of it. 100%. Throw my ass in jail. This team is the best roster since 1998, in my opinion. I still believe that.
Well, yeah, I think we can I really think we're gonna surprise. Like, look, I mean, there's a lot of us that are already surprised on where we're at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the realistic fans, that when the schedule came out and
I had
you
a
know,
7-1 going into Buffalo,
yeah, you know what I mean? So boom. I mean
which I
shit, 7 and
so
1.
I had us losing to Philly
And now
7-1 into Buffalo.
But now that we see the back, of, you know, now that we see the back of the schedule now with the teams, it's like shit. You know what I'm saying?
I have
Like,
us going 12 and
ain't that
5
scary?
still.
Hey, man, shout out Colton, man. He said we barely responded to the comment. I know, hey, look, Colton, I know you used to me DJing this thing, man, and going on the comments. You right, man. I'm slipping right now. I got you though. Don't worry. I
Hey,
got you, man. I'm gonna get y'all in
purple and
there.
gold for days. Thanks for listening, man.
That's
Appreciate it. Dave, did you sleep through 2009? I'm
You know who
sorry.
that is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um. So did I sleep through 2009?
Get on his ass, man. Get on his ass,
tell me
purple
about
and
who our
gold.
number one receiver was.
Get on his ass, man. You know what I'm saying?
I said, Sydney. We had Sidney Rice, Berrien, and geez, what's his name? We traded him. So we had those three guys, and our running back was
Man, who want to see,
Adrian
man?
Peterson.
Who want to
So
see? Who want to see? Who want to see
we
Dave
got
and Justin argue, man? I think I
we
want
got
to see them
Justin
motherfuckers argue.
Jefferson. We got Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, two good running backs.
Percy Harvin. Yeah, don't forget about my
Percy
boy
Harvin,
Percy
that I
out
was
here
saying
now.
the guy we traded. He was a rookie, by the way, at the time. And then our defense. I mean, I think we got just as good, if better players, more all-pro players than we did in 2009 on defense. So yeah, I think we have a better roster
Uh-oh.
all the way around since
I'm about to add
1998.
Justin Day in here. He about to get on Dave ass. Fuck it. I love when they bump. They go back and forth, man. See, y'all don't want to hear me argue no more. Now I can just sit back and mediate. Do you want him to come on here, Dave? You don't got to if you don't want him to. I'll text him.
If you want him on, it's your show, man.
He said that
You're the
no, this is
moderator.
our show. This is our
You're the
show.
moderator. You're the moderator. You want to bring on Justin Taylor to
Taylor.
Justin Day. Sorry, I know a Justin Day. I know a Eric Day, and I know a Justin Taylor. So I get them confused. Anyways, if you want to bring him on to argue about 1 year since 1998, because he thinks 1 year is better.
Hold on. Hey, Justin. Hey, look. Hey, you think 1 year he on your top,
You
boy?
want to jump on to argue about 1 year?
Hey, Justin Day. Hey, look, y'all ain't realized that our show ain't the one to argue with, man. We like that for real, man. Dave gonna hold it down for me.
Oh, I was just sauntering by. I mean, why? What'd you say? No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I will say 09 and 17. Now, I will not die on the hill for 17 because that's a discussion. That's a legitimate. Okay, I could go either way on that. So I'm not dying on that hill. There is no way that defense in 2009 was far superior to the defense we have right now.
I'm talking about personnel.
I know. I'm getting there. I will say I'll see your Sidney. Okay, yes. Out of the 6 top wide receivers between Jefferson, Percy Harvin, Sidney Rice, Bernard Berrien, Adam Thielen, and KJ Osborne, that Justin Jefferson clearly is the best one of those 6. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Adrian Peterson was year 3. Adrian Peterson.
1,400 yards.
Yeah, I'm going to take a slight edge to AP, but not by much because he still couldn't catch near. But that was his best year catching the ball with 50 catches and change.
couldn't block either.
No, that's true. I'll take the offensive line of 2009. Yes, yes. I'll take the offensive line of 2009. I'll take the defensive line of 2009. I'll take the quarterback of 2009. I mean, give me one. I'll take the kicker of 2009. I'll give you punter. This year's punter, I'll give you that one. I mean, I'm not trying to be argumentative. I know like Rap loves to set us up like we just, an old married couple. I'm not trying to be like that tonight. I'm just curious. How would you take this year's team? You done just said a few moments ago about how lucky they've been defensively, which is what I've
this
said.
Is the best personnel. The best personnel since 1998, and we're not playing like it.
What's happening, Original Norseman, man?
That's my opinion.
Okay. I we'll see.
We got Daniil Hunter, we got
games.
Zadarius Smith, we got Harrison Smith, we got Eric Kendricks. We can start naming Pro Bowlers. Tomlinson's having a great year. He was well thought of before he came to us. He's rebounding and is playing awesome. I'm expecting Pro Bowl for him. We're running a 3. I can attest to everything. Is we got a new offensive system. We got a new defensive system. We have I said the best personnel since 1998. Name a better defensive player than Zadarius Smith and Daniil Hunter on the 2000.
Oh yeah, Jared Allen for sure.
I'll take Jared Allen, Kevin Williams, and Pat Williams.
Yeah,
I know Pat Williams was he a Pro Bowler? I don't know. What if we're gonna go by Pro Bowl?
Better than Tomlinson?
Oh shit!
Yes.
Shit! Yeah.
Right now, yes. Again, it's only 6 games in, so we could have this discussion, when there's a bigger sample size. But right now, you're talking about the possibility of Dalvin Tomlinson.
Jared
but I do like. I gotta give a shout out to Tomlinson though. I do gotta give
one of my biggest complaints about Jared Allen when we were losing is he was going after sacks and people would just run right by him.
You will get no argument from me.
Right?
I think I love Jared Allen.
Daniil Hunter is an all-around player, but they're not playing the same position right now. I think we need to make adjustments to. I think Daniil Hunter is more of an all-around player than Jared Allen, and I've been a huge Jared Allen fan. I used to be in the Hall of Fame first ballot, no problem. He got robbed on sacks for that. He should have the record right now. He was robbed that year.
We talked about
but we won, but we didn't make the playoffs that year. So I'm like, I think we would have been a better team if Jared Allen played in the system that year. And I think, but that was not 2009 that he did that.
No,
right?
It wasn't. No,
it was, it was a different story. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about 3 guys. Who were the guys on the back end?
Antoine Winfield is one guy I can think of off the top of my head.
Cornerback.
Yeah.
Antoine Winfield.
You going to put Cam Dantzler ahead of him? If you're going to compare?
How is Patrick Peterson playing?
Patrick Peterson is playing very, very well, but Patrick Peterson this year, thus far, is not yet. Now, if he keeps going, sure. But right now, if you had to stop the season right now and look at Patrick Peterson.
Okay, they're what age was Antoine Winfield at that time? Are they roughly about the same age?
I'd have to look it up.
Well, we're talking about a guy that most people think is going to be in the Hall of Fame, having a good year, and Antoine Winfield that nobody's talking about going to the Hall of Fame.
I would say Antoine Winfield probably, because if Antoine Winfield plays one generation later, he might be a Hall of Famer. The slot corner was not as valued in 2009 as it is today. Having said all that, I mean, again, I'm not saying you're totally crazy. I just don't agree. I'll take offensive line, defensive lines, offensive lines, defensive lines, quarterback, kicker. I'll give you coach. I'll take KOC over Chili. I'll give you that. Running back. I mean, offensively, outside of Justin Jefferson on this year's team, by and large, on aggregate, the offensive talent.
Brett Favre was how old at that time?
He's still better than Kirk Cousins right now in 2009.
39.
Yeah. And I hate Brett Favre, so let me be clear.
What was he like the year before it and the year after it?
Correct.
Here we go. We about to get into this Kirk shit, y'all. Y'all get your popcorn.
No,
I'm just saying.
Y'all talk about us being interested in Brandon Cooks yet. No, we haven't.
Brett Favre got put on a very good team, and he took control. And he played, and we had a good season. How many games did we win?
12.
Man, Kirk ain't better than Brett
how many
Favre,
games you
man.
predicting
Stop
we're
it,
going to win
Dave.
this year?
Kirk ain't better than Brett Favre. Dave, stop it. Stop.
They could win 15 games if they don't get. You said it. NFC Championship game. If they win 15 games and lose in the division round of the playoffs, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, you want the bull? My boy wants the bull.
This is what I said at the beginning of the year. This is how I put it. I don't care if the Vikings win 9 games or 15 games. To me, and this is before the season started, I said my minimum expectation of this team is the division round of the playoffs. If they got to the wild card round and lost, that would be a failed season to me. Divisional round is your meets expectations. NFC Championship game is exceeds expectations. Now,
Dave just lost my respect. Wow, what happened, James?
I agree with Dave insofar as our expectations at this point is that I wouldn't, if we lost in the divisional round, I would not call that a failed season, but I would call it a disappointment because they've raised the expectations by how many times all these games that they've run off thus far. But to me, for example, here, slightly different way of looking at this. 98 was a better team than 09, but 09,
sure.
But 09 had.
By the way, James, you weren't even. When were you born?
Kirk over. You weren't even born to watch Brett Favre.
How old are you? You're 15? Was he 15? 16?
Yeah.
You were 3. 2 or 3 years old.
What I was going to say, though, is the 09 team had a better chance of winning their Super Bowl than the 98 team did.
Yeah.
Because Denver in 98 was still ridiculous. And I know it was Peyton Manning and company, but I guess, it's not one of those hills I'm willing to die on, Dave. I just don't agree. I at the moment, we're looking at what we've seen through 6 games and what we hope can be improved upon. So, at the end of the season, if they improve upon this and find ways to sustain wins by not just relying on a lot of breaks by facing backup quarterbacks, staying relatively injury-free the way they have. That's been the key in whether it's you guys or me and Mike or anybody other Viking content creators. The key to right now through this bye week is, as you said, getting there 5-1. You can't ask for much more than that. But is how they got there sustainable? Probably not. And what do they need to do to be able to sustain this high level of play without relying on the Cinderella luck, so to speak? So at the end of the year,
agreeing with everything I said.
Yeah, but I look at it like this.
I'm agreeing with
but like I look at it like this.
Still take right now. I'm taking 09. We can't.
About everything else.
Nah, but look, man, 5 wins is not luck, man. That shit ain't luck in the NFL, man. You ain't gonna win 5 games like that. 5 out of 6 games with no.
Never use the word luck.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna happen.
All right, I'll take the word luck out of it. I will say that they have gotten a lot of breaks.
Unsustainable is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got some breaks though. Yeah, they definitely got some breaks.
But sometimes you make your own breaks. One of the things I've always said about the Minnesota Vikings, regardless of who the coach is and what season it is sometimes they'll have one or two bad things happen that it's like, here's an idea. Give yourself a margin for error where 1 or 2 bad breaks doesn't kill you. You think 98 Broncos are more challenging than 09 Colts in the Super Bowl? Then yes, the 98 Broncos with John Elway. I know it was his last leg, but he was still on point. Terrell Davis against the 98 defense would have ran roughshod. It would have been.
Yeah, they would have.
Listen, healthy 98 Vikings, healthy 98 Broncos would have been a Super Bowl for the ages. But then there's this whole Gary Anderson thing. So, but it's not just him. There's 17 other things. I don't mean to put Gary under the bus. I was at that game and I saw all 17 of the things where it's like, just do one more thing and we go. But we had a lot of injury. Even if we had won that game, we had a lot of guys get injured in that Atlanta Falcons game. We would have been shorthanded against 98 Denver Broncos. Yes.
But what I gotta say about this year, though, man, like I can agree with y'all saying that there's room for improvement because you're always gonna say that. I feel like even if we were blowing teams out, there's always room for improvement, man. Like that's just natural to say.
The Buffalo Bills are telling themselves they got room for improvement. And they're the best team in the NFL.
Exactly. There's always things you can do better. Yeah, there is. You know what I mean? Regardless, they're always going to be, but I just look at it like we winning, man. Like straight up, like how we're winning is how we're winning, man. It's just the type of team we are. Sometimes we might just have to accept the fact that that's the type of team where we're going to be in these close games, but we're trained well for close games. We're trained well for those crunch time moments. And we're gonna win more of them than we lose, and that's what it's seeming like, at least. Now, I look at it like, well, damn, that Miami game, if Tua was playing, we would have won that game. I don't think so, man. I think if Tua was in the game, I think it would have been a different ball game, but you know, he wasn't. So shit, fuck it. I don't care. He wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't tripping. If he ain't in the game, he ain't in the game. We won. You know what I mean? And now we about to play the Cardinals, which I mean, the Cardinals I think can give us a run for our money, but I got us winning that game though. But you know, we'll see what happens coming off the bye. Coming off the bye really always tells a story of a team moving forward with the season. You know what I mean? So we'll be able to see for sure, man. I'm just happy.
I mean, listen, I think that the Packers win on Sunday if Carson Wentz is their starter, because Carson Wentz could have easily torpedoed that game. So to your point about, well,
don't talk about Carson Wentz, Dave's guy. Not Carson Wentz. Oh yeah, Dave loved Carson Wentz.
I labeled him the 18th to 20th best quarterback in the league,
which is false. That's even false. It's crazy. You're trying to drop him. You're trying to drop him so far, and you're still wrong.
Why? You saying he should be higher or lower?
No, I said he should be 18 to 20, and he's
18 to 20, and I'm saying
he's saying I didn't say that.
No, you said that, but I'm saying you're wrong. No, you definitely said that, but I'm saying you're wrong. He should be like maybe 25 to 32.
He's lost his job.
To be real, I would say I'd probably say between 30 and 32. I'll give him between 30 and 32.
That's fine.
Nah, Carson Wentz though, man. As much as I want to see him do good, I feel bad for the guy.
One of us lost a bet. One of us lost a bet. The other didn't.
We did.
And I'm the one that won.
My boy, Mitch Trubisky, man. Come on, Mr. Trubisky, man.
I can tell right off the bat who won that bet.
Come on, Mr. Trubisky, man.
I know it was Dave who won it. So
yeah, like Mr. Trubisky, you let me down, man. Like you were supposed to, you know, why you ain't play like how you play against the Vikings every time you played us? Like, come on, man. Go to fucking Steelers and drop an egg, man. You let Kenny Pickett come in, which to me, he's no better. I got a Steelers fan at my job. He all hyped on Kenny Pickett. I'm like, listen, Kenny Pickett is a regular motherfucker. He is not going to be what you think he is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you know that right now. I'm telling you, the way to go, you got to get these athletic quarterbacks, man, these mobile quarterbacks. I'm telling you, that's the route. That's the route. That's where we going next. I can promise you that. I can promise you when we go after a quarterback next, it will be somebody who got wheels on them. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's just the way.
Well, I'll just end my part by saying this, Dave. I hope by the end of the year that I can come around and say, yeah, this team was better than 09. I hope that's the case.
That's not what I said.
No, well, personnel.
I said it has a better roster. Yeah. I believe we have a better roster than 09.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's opinionated. You know what I'm saying? It's all right.
So you did this.
People want to change what I say, but I mean,
I would still argue the personnel.
And Favre was 40 years old. Yeah. Sorry, Favre was 40 years old. I'm correcting myself. He was 40, not 39.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things where, you know, it's opinionated. He thinks that 09, he thinks this year is better. I mean, I think I'm more with you, Day. I think 09 was definitely a little better. The season just played out a little bit. It was fun to watch. Like, it was just more exciting to me. At least so far, if you're thinking about just half the season, if you just think about this, I don't know though, man. We'll see though. I mean, because there is a lot of game to play. There's a lot of football to play. You know, this team could come off of this bye and just turn the fuck up and just be, you know what I'm saying? Like what we all believe they can be, you know, like, because we all do believe. I mean, look, we got Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook. I mean, we got names all over the field, you know, so there shouldn't be any reason why this team doesn't explode. And especially, like I was stating earlier, how the landscape of the NFL is, we should be a superior team with our personnel, man. We're getting blessed with the injuries. You know, we ain't really losing guys, man. Guys are healthy, playing. We should be taking full control of this season, man. Like, we should be in a Super Bowl conversation. Like, this is our year out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Which is going to be weird because it's like none of us probably expected us to be in a Super Bowl conversation coming out the NFC. But if it is just us and the Eagles, we still going to be in the Super Bowl conversation because I feel like if we play the Eagles again at the end of the year, there's no telling what can happen. You know, like, obviously there's going to be people missing. Things can roll our way. Like, I mean, it's a coin flip, I feel like, by the time we have to play them again. You know, so we got a puncher's chance, man. I ain't
Don't
just gonna
sleep
say
on
that.
San Francisco, by the way.
Yeah, San Fran. I watched your show, man. Y'all had a good ass show that y'all did, man. And I listened to it on the way to work this morning, talking about
Appreciate
San
you.
Fran. Yeah, for sure. And I'm with you on that. You know, San Fran's scary. You know, I feel like they're a team that I don't want to see, especially with McCaffrey now. Because Shanahan knows just how to put those running schemes together. And I think Christian McCaffrey's the perfect fit for that. And he gonna tear some teams apart. Now they did get demolished by the Chiefs, but you know, that's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, man. Them boys is good, man. It just shows you when you have a quarterback like Mahomes and you have a coach like they got, man. I mean, it don't matter who you putting on the team, like they're gonna win, just like what Tom Brady been doing for years and years. It's the same kind of formula, and the Chiefs are gonna be in the conversation for years and years to come. Get used to it. All right, get used to it. As long as 15 is their quarterback and they got the coach they got, they will be in the conversation. This is gonna be just the new Patriots. All right, so let's get used to it.
Well, I'm gonna tap out. I don't know how much longer you're gonna go, but I was gonna say,
yeah, we about to get out of here in a minute anyway.
I was gonna say, give a shout to my if y'all could follow and subscribe to my personal channel, Purple and Gold for Days. Yeah. I've got a video coming out tomorrow or Thursday where it's a revisit of my Cousins versus Dante discussion, but it's really more just praising what I have seen of Kirk Cousins this year. More
is
than
it a new
anything
video?
else.
A new video, or are you going with an old video and just re-up?
No, I put my old video up on my channel from July that Mike and I did, but
this gonna be a new video.
So this is gonna be a new video, just gonna be a little bit of a follow up to that.
Let's get it, man. This is it right here. I'm just gonna do this where he commented just so y'all can see. It's gonna be Purple and Gold for Days. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy, man. He trying to turn up with me and Dave. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all get him there. Go hit the subscribe.
I'm still at the kids' table compared to you guys.
It don't matter.
I'm not at your table yet.
It don't matter. We ain't at no table. Shit, we at the Vikings table. Look at Dave's at the table, man. Dave got almost like 1,200 subs. He's way better than all of them, man. He's superior.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I'm a nobody, man. Don't follow me. Dave's the guy we got to get with. Now we got to ride Dave's coattail. He got all the fans and shit. Nah, but for real though, man. Like, hey, keep doing your thing though, Justin, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, bro. We're gonna be tapping in, man. You know, Purple Gang gonna fuck with you. On behalf of R.A. Peasy and Dave, you know what I'm saying? They gonna tap in with you. But yeah, we'll get with you though, man, for sure.
All right, y'all. Thanks for letting me sit in.
Once I figure out StreamYard, I'll have you on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, just let me know what you need. I get it. Yeah.
You could probably stick with me sometime and just show me what the fuck.
I would tap into y'all show and watch y'all argue all night. Y'all would have a great show. Y'all would have a great show. I'm being dead serious. Y'all would have a great show.
Yeah, I'm all interested in how Ray Edwards is better than Zadarius Smith, man.
Okay, so we're gonna pick one. Oh my gosh.
I'm Ben Lieber over.
I mean, if you ask me, who has a show tomorrow?
So we're gonna take the third linebacker and compare him to the first linebacker.
Who shows tomorrow?
Okay, EJ Henderson then.
EJ Henderson was on his way to the Pro Bowl before he busted up his. Stop.
What shows tomorrow on Wednesdays?
That would be that would be that one show. What's the name of it? The Grade 8 with Joe. And,
the Grade 8.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
They should have something because they took the week off. They're the only show that took the week off last week on the Purple Code, so they better.
I mean, damn, they get a bye week and all with Kurt. I mean, it's just crazy over there on that Grade 8, man. But shout out Rick, man, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out Rick, man, what they show, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, well, not Thursday. Well, then Thursday is Thursday we got Skull Spotlight, I believe, with Casey and
Jamie.
Yeah, Casey and Jamie, but they do pre-record. So man, you and Dave should just tap into the StreamYard after there's pre-records and just argue for like an hour. It would be awesome. It'd be awesome.
Do you do that with everybody?
I would grab
to
the
get
popcorn.
People to argue left and right.
I mean, shit. That's what we here for. That's what we here for. Fuck, you think we here to be all lovey-dovey with each other? Shit, no. We here to argue, man. That's what it's about. But at the end of the day, we all family, though.
Yes.
You know, we all
want
family.
To see the Vikings win and win a Super Bowl.
We want to see the Vikings win, and that's what sports is about.
I'm more than happy to discuss the attributes of Harrison Smith over Maydew Williams any day of the week. So let's talk.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm still
anytime
waiting.
you want to come on a doc,
I'm still waiting for you to give me something other than Justin Jefferson
or Cedric
on offense.
Griffin.
Oh,
or
look,
Cedric
I'm
me
Griffin.
and
still
Dave.
waiting
Oh,
for
look,
something on the offensive
Justin, me
line,
and
my
Dave
man.
argue all the time. Like, if you go, if
Or the
you've ever been on our
39-year-old
show, we
Favre that
argue.
threw 22 picks, and you
Yeah,
know,
he really threw 22
and the
picks
19 he threw the next in 2010. And
Wait, are we talking about 2010's roster, 2000s or 9's roster? Which one are we
See,
talking about?
y'all are a
So-
perfect match. You can't even tap out because you want to
Wait a
argue. I'm
minute,
telling you.
Brett. Hold on a sec. I hate that you're making me argue for Brett Favre. Because I'll tell you again, I can't stand the dude, and I never wanted to do. Brett Favre
Well, I mean,
7.
he didn't even have him in our top 5
Who, Brett Favre?
quarterbacks.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I
He didn't even have us in our top
Yeah,
5
Case
quarterbacks.
Keenum way better than Brett Favre. Man.
Okay,
I'm
stop
Case
that,
Keenum
Brett.
gang all
Oh,
day.
that.
I'm Case
I
Keenum.
believe-
gang.
He had Casey Keenum above Brett Favre.
Okay,
So,
now you're out
Brett,
of your mind. Rap, you're
Kirk.
my boy, but you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I believe Brett Favre only had 7
they lost
receptions
respect
that
for
year.
me, but he has Brett
Hey,
Favre.
but look,
outside
but look.
of Casey Keenum.
But look, you gotta admit though, Justin.
And I think Tommy
now,
Kramer, he had him as-
individually.
he didn't
Look,
have-
hold on a minute. Individually, you might say, I agree. All right, I gotta agree with you. All right, individually, if you're thinking about just the person, but the season in whole. I mean, Minnesota Miracle. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay, hold on.
Case
Let me make sure I
Keenum,
understand
Case
you.
Keenum used to throw the ball up to Diggs, and Diggs used to go get it. I mean, Thielen used to get it. We won, bro. Like, why not? Why you mad at that? You feel me?
Boss.
Why you mad at that?
What do you think Brett Favre did to Sidney Rice? He just chucked it up there.
Yeah, he did. He did. But
I'm
I like
sorry, listen,
Case Keenum's better. I like Case Keenum's season better, man. I did. I mean, 2017 was fun as shit, man. You got to
Take
admit,
Diggs
man.
over Sidney Rice.
You want to
Yeah.
know what 2017 reminds me kind of this season, other than the defense, obviously, because we had a stout defense. Obviously, we know that. But this season's reminding me of that because that season when Case Keenum came in, we're all like, oh, fuck, here we go. Vikings are about to go like 7-9 or something. And we just kept stacking wins out of nowhere.
Give me a
And
healthy
you know what I
Dalvin.
mean? We
Give
end
me a
up in
healthy
the NFC Championship game.
Give me a healthy Dalvin Cook on that 2017 team. I might be talking about them. having the best.
That's what this
Give
that's
me a
what
healthy
this
Sam
season.
Bradford, by the way.
That's what this season's reminding me of. It's one of those seasons where we're not expecting to go as far as, we would want it. Like, obviously loyal Vikings fans are going to every year is a Super Bowl or bust. You know what I mean? That's a lot of fans. That's a lot of teams. Even when the season starts, you can hear Jets fans talking. They're all, we're going to win 10 games this season. When they know, I mean, that's bullshit, but it is what it is. Even Lions fans, I think we can go 11-5 this season. Stop it. Okay. But the thing is, if you're realistic, this season's kind of reminding me of 2017, where it's like we just keep stacking wins, regardless of how we're winning. We just keep winning. You know what I'm saying? And Case Keenum, when he came in, I could have swore we weren't going to win nothing but 2 more games after that. But hey, look, the boy came in and the defense dragged us there, but he also had a good season though. So yes, the defense dragged us there, but if you look at his stats, I watched him personally. I was at a game where he played a hell of a game. He was one of those guys that rallied.
Which game
the
was you
troops.
at?
I went to the Miami game that we played in the bank. And then I also went to Carolina. I went to Carolina as well. So I mean, shit, which
we lost that game.
We lost that game. Yeah, we did lose that. That was one of our losses. But we almost came back though. You know what I'm saying? We almost came back, man, dealing with that touchdown.
I mean, SK makes a point. Bradford stays healthy. I think Justin said it, but he was healthy the year before. We started 5-0. We ended up 8-8. I mean, how can we
I
say?
ain't gonna lie. I didn't like Sam Bradford though, man.
I mean, I was like 5-0. Bradford's playing fucking
Bradford
awesome,
remind me of Kirk Cousins.
Then
the
we
same
went.
type of
No,
quarterback.
Bradford. Listen. Bradford, pound for pound, if you take away his immobility in his knees, which is a big takeaway, don't mind you, but Bradford's arm strength and accuracy is actually a touch above Kirk Cousins. Now,
they're the same type of guy to me. I don't like them.
I will say this because Sam Bradford could never stay healthy.
Listen, this is my big thing, y'all. I'm enjoying Kirk and I'm enjoying Sam Bradford, and I enjoyed Sam Bradford for the 1 game or 2 game he played. Because that Saints game, he came out balling.
Was on fire.
He came out balling. I give him that, season opener. Dumbin. You feel me? I give him his props. But the style of quarterback, I'm done with it, bro. I want me a baller now. I'm ready. It's ready to move on, man. The league is changing. It's time to, you know, if this season, if we don't hit the Super Bowl or get far in the playoffs, it's time to go ahead and look for that future. Let KOC and Kwesi pick their guy. I mean, it just is what it is, man. We can't keep extending Kirk Cousins over and over again
That's
without results, man. It just can't happen, bro. Like, it's just gonna make no sense. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to just look where the league's going. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. I mean, come on, dog. It's like, follow the trend. And the good thing is we have a GM that will. Trust me, he will. He's smart enough to know, like, okay, what's the X factor here? It's having a certain style of quarterback, bro, running a certain style of offense. That's what's winning. You know what I'm saying? You can't have these pocket guys no more, man. It just, yeah, you can win a couple games with them if everything else around you is working, like how it is right now for us being 5-1, but it's just not, it's not what it is. Look what's happening to Tom Brady.
This is what I'm, this is a confusion.
Yeah, go ahead, explain. Go ahead, explain.
I got SK and Justin saying Sam Bradford raving about, and SK's raving about his accuracy, which lifetime is lower than Cousins.
Yeah, I don't like Sam Bradford.
And then he's only, and I just pulled up his stats because I did not have the same memory of Sam Bradford. He did have his best year with us, and he went 8-8, or he played 15 games. I think he might have sat out one.
He hadn't been. Yeah, he had just gotten traded to us, so he didn't start.
He is 7-8, 3,800 yards. All right, 1 year above 20 touchdowns, and that was 21 touchdowns. So he's only had 2 years with. I mean, accuracy is lower than Kirk Cousins, and it was greatly helped by his 71% when they 1 year. The 1 year he started with us, the whole season. So, I mean, that was his best year by far. So yeah, I mean. And that year, he only threw 20 touchdowns, and he went 8-8. So I'm like, the memory that we have to like twist ourselves in to talk about another quarterback being better than Kirk Cousins when the truth was not there.
You said his accuracy and his arm was a touch better than Kirk. You did. I said
his arm strength was better. When I shouldn't have said accuracy. What I mean by that is,
but Dave just proved you wrong, though.
But I didn't say he was a better overall quarterback. The fact that he was injured so often, he had a degenerate knee, by definition disqualifies him from being better because he was unavailable so many times. Yeah. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that, yes, if Sam Bradford...
And he's 34-48.
I thought QB wins didn't matter.
Oh, they matter to me. I never said Bradford was better. SK said he never said Bradford. All I care about is QB wins. I don't give a fuck how many yards you throw. That's why Case Keenum is one of the best QBs in Vikings. I don't give a damn about how many yards you throw. Shit. What's the record?
My point about Bradford is that if Case Keenum does what he does in 17, and if Bradford is healthy, I'm saying Bradford takes us far beyond what Case Keenum did, and he took us to 13-3. That's really where I was going with Keenum like
that. I'm with Rap on this. I think Casey Keenum. We were lucky that he ended up taking over at quarterback
because he had a good year.
Unfortunate for Bradford.
Because Case Keenum had a good year that year too, statistically. You know, he had like 30 touchdowns.
He's like 28,
28,
26, and then 26, I think.
And then he had like 3,300 yards that year too, which, I mean, obviously crazy, but it was good for him. He was in the MVP conversation, remember? 2017. Case Keenum.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, he was.
He was. But...
The distant. I mean, I'm sure somebody said something about him. I'm sure.
We loved Keenum, man.
Keenum was that guy. He did pull us out of some
matter of fact, I'm going to buy me a Keenum jersey, man.
Out of that Bears game that Bradford came back and started. Bradford shouldn't have played that game.
Hey, somebody find me a Keenum jersey, man. Find me a Keenum jersey. Keenum Vikings jersey, man. Find me one. I'm buying it.
Keenum's season will be one of my best memories of Vikings football.
It will be. It will be. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I think that's why I like him so much. It wasn't
going anywhere.
I think that's why I like him so much. You know what I mean? Because it was just
such a good guy. I mean, he helped shovel his neighbor's yard, his driveway. Or
it's just his character, and the players loved
him.
The players loved him, bro. Like, I can guarantee you that year, that 2018, that probably played a part with Diggs and all that, because I can guarantee you they wanted Case Keenum back, because Case Keenum was one of those guys that he was one of those just fuck it guys. You know what I mean? Like, hey, fuck it, he down there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But Diggs is the type of receiver that benefits from quarterbacks like that. You know, now he's benefiting from Allen that's just tall and can
he
put
would
it
have.
there. But you know,
And
hey, look how many fucking.
No matter how
passes
much I like
kids caught.
Casey Keenum, and I thought the fact that he extended plays and that fit well with our, and the fact that he didn't have to do too much because our defense was so awesome.
Yeah.
The next year, our defense slid a little bit, not too much, but offensive line was horrible because our coach died, and then in the fact that our offensive coordinator had a completely different offense that was based on timing.
And then you got Kirk coming in trying to be fucking perfect.
Again,
stop. I ain't gonna get you started, Dave.
Casey Keenum in a timing offense where he's got to get rid of the ball through the trees at 5'11". I mean, he had to move around, and that
man,
was
like if we had Case Keenum right now, it would be 6-0.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
6-0. 6-0 right now, man. We would have beat Philly, man. It would have been a revenge game. Casey would have been out there doing them dirty, boy. Listen, 6-0, man. JJ would have been balling right now, man.
Well, Dave, I do agree with that point, though. And I said that in the offseason. I said if Pat Shurmur wasn't moving on, I would have been more apt to keep Case. But
I appreciate you. I was fine with Slaughter taking over as a bridge quarterback. I mean, I didn't mind if we didn't get Cousins. I wasn't a fan of Cousins in 2018.
No, but I'm rocking
for
with
several
Cousins,
reasons, and I've explained them many times.
Yeah,
but
this year I'm glad
Casey Keenum would have failed in DeFilippo's offense.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta say, this year, man, I'm happy with Cousins. I think it's the perfect marriage with him and Kevin O'Connell. I think he gives us the best chance to win. You know, so I mean, I just feel like with Kirk Cousins, obviously, like realistically speaking, now, yes, if we can get Josh Allen or so and so, then that's one thing. But realistically speaking, I think how this offseason went, Kirk Cousins was the best option for us to get as far as we can get. I mean, it just was. And I mean, we're 5-1, so let's just be happy about that. Like I said, him being a game manager now, it's perfect. You know, now he's just a game manager. You know, we ain't asking him to do the most.
Your point,
you're just being silly.
Yeah, I
know. I'm being for real. I'm being for real.
But to that point, like you said, whether it's the defense that has, you know, been the Cinderella, the pumpkins, the carriage about to turn back to a pumpkin, or whether it's the offense, everybody's got to be a better version of themselves than what they have.
Agree.
You can have a stretch of games where you can luck out, so to speak, or catch some breaks. Yeah, defense. Okay, whether it was Harrison Smith or Joe Bag of Donuts, that was a great hit on Waddle, and 2 plays later, Dalvin Cook's in the end zone. Okay, but they're going to need to be more consistent. You can't have a game where you have 14 possessions.
I'm still confused by this great hit on Waddle.
Bro, don't be. It is what it is. Don't be.
If it causes
confusing about it.
Huh? He didn't get hit.
When he hit him, he hit his arm. That's a certain type of tackle, bro. You got to hit the arm for that ball to pop out. What are you so confused about? That is a great hit. That might be a game-saving tackle. What do you mean?
Dave, I'll put it like this. Any hit
that tackle might have saved us the game, won us the game.
Any hit that causes a fumble is a great hit. Just like any game-winning drive, regardless. You could have thrown 4 interceptions up until that point, but if you quarterback with a game-winning drive, it's a game-winning drive. So
what a great hit by Harrison Smith.
Damn, you hate Harrison Smith like that? Damn, I know you've been hating on my boy like that.
It's just silly to call it a great hit. I mean,
it's silly to call Kirk Cousins throw a great throw when KJ's wide open. That's silly to call that a great hit throw.
By Cleveland's butt.
So is it silly to call Kirk Cousins throw to KJ?
What a great hit by Cleveland's butt on Dalvin Cook.
Answer the question. Was that throw to the wide open ass KJ? Was that a great throw?
Threw him open.
He threw him open. Bullshit. He did not throw him. KJ was wide open, bro. Wide open.
And he hit him in stride, man. And
Case Keenum would have hit that throw, man. Don't play on my boy, man. Case Keenum would have hit that throw all day. He would have made it look better too, because he would have did the skull chant afterwards.
The MVP goes to Cleveland's butt because of that great hit.
I got to get out of here.
That was a great hit. No, but we about to get out of here too, man. Hey, appreciate everybody tapping in, man. We got Justin Day in the building tapping in with us. Trust me, guys, we ain't going to add him every week, man, but he always tapping in with us. So we got
apparently we're adding him every week.
Yeah, man, because I love y'all too.
Stuff, Dave. Only when you say crazy stuff.
I do love y'all
crazy
too.
Stuff.
Y'all add to the show, man. Y'all really do, man. Y'all going back and forth. Y'all talk about the history I actually learn and take notes from y'all, to be real, because y'all
What
name names and
happens?
talk about things that I forget about. So
What
good.
happens if Favre doesn't win an SB in that San Francisco game?
Man, fuck Favre.
What about it? What do you mean?
He a cheesehead.
Do we go on to be as good a team as we were? That was our turning point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so. He was a game manager for 2 games, and then yes, in fact, guess what? He looked like garbage that game before that last drive.
Who's a game manager? Who's a game manager? Kirk?
No. In 2009, for the first 2 games before the
we
San
back
Francisco
on 2009.
game.
See, I told y'all, y'all need a show, man. Y'all definitely have to get on.
San Francisco game, man, is the turning point.
Yes. Most def. And he almost threw a pick 6 on the drive before that would have ended the game.
All right, guys. I gotta end y'all's argument, man. I gotta end y'all's argument. Man. We out of here, y'all, man. Hey, we love everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with us next Tuesday.
Gonna have a safe word.
Tap in with Justin Day on Monday. Every day of the week. You know what I mean? Around 8 o'clock Eastern, or no, 8 o'clock Central Time, I guess. Make sure y'all tapping into the Purple Code, man. There's a show on for you every day of the week. I'll be back on Saturday with SK. Make sure y'all tap in, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat arguing. Colton, Two Evil to Hope. Keep arguing. Go under my post right now, man. Continue the argument under my video I just posted. Go over there and y'all comment and argue, man. I love seeing the arguments, man. But we all family at the end of the day. Appreciate you, man.
You already got me a couple extra subscribers, so I appreciate that.
There we go, man. Appreciate everybody that went and subscribe. Kyler, we out, Kyler. But appreciate you tapping in, man. Appreciate you tapping in, but we out, man. We ending it. All right. So holla at your boys.